Ukraine has seized the momentum. Russia is exhausted. Their logistics system specifically is exhausted. And I can feel that the momentum has shifted. The idea that Russian victory is inevitable has been, I think, totally debunked. And in fact, I'd say the opposite, that Russian defeat is actually inevitable. The US, the UK, and other allies in the West will continue to support Ukraine and that we will deliver everything that we said we would. And that's the Russians are betting that we won't because of our own internal domestic distractions and so on. So that's going to be the key. In the test of will, it's the will of the West versus the Kremlin. I believe that Russian forces can be pushed back to the 23 February line by the end of this year, getting Crimea and the part of Donbass that was under Russian control since 2014. That's going to take more time and probably actually ends up being more of a negotiated type arrangement over the next couple of years, assuming that all of us continue to stick together with sanctions, et cetera. And I think President Zelensky is right that anything short of that would be a huge mistake because the Russians then they'll see that we don't have the resolve. And then they'll just, rearm, prepare, and you and I'll be talking again next year or the year after about the same subject. So I think it is important that the priority is not stopping the fighting. The priority is helping Ukraine win. The famous Black Sea Fleet, the Russian Black Sea Fleet, is hiding on the other side of Crimea right now from a Ukrainian Navy that doesn't exist. I mean, Ukraine has just a few coastal craft. They lost most of what they had back in 2014. Yet, with their anti-ship missile capabilities and because of the resurgence of the Ukrainian Air Force, the Russian Navy wants nothing to do with the Ukrainian coastline. So the Russian Black Sea Fleet, based in Sevastopol in Crimea, is hiding on the other side of Crimea. But of course, it can still launch cruise missiles. But beyond that, it's almost a non-factor. They're not doing any sort of amphibious operations, which I was wrong on this. I had expected that they would use their naval infantry up and down the coast, and they have completely failed to do that. The frustration for me, as much as I have admired and supported the Biden administration's approach to this and the Department of Defense, there's still an overstated or an overestimation of the risk that Russia will somehow escalate. And really, I don't think the Russians have anything else they can do other than a nuclear weapon. And the likelihood of them employing a nuclear weapon inside Ukraine, I think, is very, very low. So, we continue to kind of spoon out things like, okay, here's 4 more HIMARS, or here's 4 of these or 2 of these. And we have, my assessment is probably 300 HIMARS, for example, in the U.S. military. And we've provided, I think, 12. Now, there's not endless amounts of rockets for them, but there's a lot. And if we decided Russia can't escalate, and we have a chance to bring this to a successful conclusion sooner if we put in more capability for the Ukrainians that they need, long-range precision fires, endless amounts of ammunition, and improved missile defense capabilities. Ukraine wins, or at least back to the 23 February line by the end of this year.